Here are a few names on the Bills that I'm going to have my eye on extra during Thursday night's preseason finale as these guys try to make a final statement to make the Bills' initial 53-man roster. On offense, I want to start at wide receiver and Trent Sherfield. We currently have no idea the timeline for injured wide receivers Khalil Shakir or Keon Coleman. If it kind of bleeds into the regular season, the Bills are going to need to fill the position with someone. And Sherfield is a veteran who has a stint previously with this team, who I think has had a nice, strong preseason so far. And he's adding in the critical element of being a special teams guy now at this stage of his career. I would pick him probably over McCole Hardman, although Hardman does, of course, have the return abilities, a job Ray Davis, both kick and punt returns, has right now. Over on the defensive side of things, boy, have we talked a ton about Dwayne Carter. He's moving upwards, according to Jim Leonard, had his best game of the preseason game in Cleveland last week. Still, it's been a year to the day on Thursday of him tearing his Achilles, missing all of last season. He admits this week that, yeah, it's been a slow ramp up, was thinking a lot about the injury early in training camp and that first preseason game. The Bills signing Greg Gaines just a week ago really putting him on notice that the Bills not sure what they've got on the interior or the defensive line as depth pieces. Carter needs another strong performance against the Steelers. Moving back one little spot in the defense, the final inside linebacker I think is going to be a really interesting position battle here. Joe Andreessen getting hurt in practice on Monday. I'm being told that it's not too serious, but we don't know if he's going to play in Thursday's game. He is in a very firm battle with Keontae Jenkins, who I think you could argue has had a stronger training camp in preseason than Andreessen overall. Andreessen does have the upper hand in special teams, but if Jenkins can put together a strong performance and also does participate in special teams, maybe not to the level of Andreessen, I think maybe he can grab that spot behind Terrell Bernard, Dorian Williams, and Caleb Elarms-Orr. Let's go to the secondary as well. And Kenai Walker is a guy that I think a lot of you probably feel already has secured his spot on the roster. I think maybe could potentially be more of a numbers game. Maybe the Bills feel comfortable with Christian Benford, Max Hairston, and Davison Igbinosun as their outside guys, and maybe utilize roster flexibility with D. Alford as their guy who can play the nickel to start and kick to the outside if necessary, maybe using an extra spot at a different sort of position. But boy, hard to argue that he has not done all he can to make the 53-man roster. Honorable mentions, I'll say the punter position, still maybe not fully solidified between Tommy Doman and Mitch Wishnowsky. There's others. They'll be fighting for their jobs in Thursday's preseason finale against the Steelers.